Can you believe it is the end of 2021? Like, I really feel this year flew by, but I'm so grateful and I really was excited about doing this video. But first, let's do our gathered truths. Let's pick one. You know, I used to do this every day and then like meditate, but that's a while ago. Okay. Life is a grindstone, and whether it grinds a man down or polishes him up depends on the stuff he's made of. Depends on the stuff he's made of. That's like, life is what you make it. Josh Billings. I like that. So I really wanted to go over my achievements for the years, the year, my goals. So earlier this year, I did a video about I'm going to be a millionaire, and I discussed some of like my goals, things I'm working on. I started with my financial advisor from the Henderson financial group this year, and I feel like I've made so much progress, and my advisor was telling me I made so much progress, and I'm so proud. I'm like so proud and excited. And can you believe, like, if this is my first year, like what would 10 years down the line look like? What would 20 years? Like, I'm so excited because I really feel like I'm on track. So I wanted to share some things, right? So like some of my goals included my emergency fund. Now I have thousands in the emergency fund. And you know, I was a person who wasn't really successful at saving money. You know, once I explored my money habitudes, like my attitudes and habits to money, then I was able to identify, oh, this is the way I'm spending money. This is the way I'm giving away money. I'm giving away money when I don't even have it for myself. All those things made me pause before, you know, engaging in those behaviors, like, you know, without thinking, like impulsively, and helped me become more aware, more conscious, right? More conscious about how I was spending my money, and got me in the habit of saving money. So even before I started earning a lot more, I was training the muscle of saving money with a small amount and not touching it, which I think was great practice for me to be able to challenge myself to save even more money. And so this year, I've just saved more money than I've ever saved. I've saved more money than I've ever saved, and I'm just blown away by it. I'm really blown away by it. And I'm really, really proud of myself for doing that. So like, that was one of my big goals. Save the money. And then another one of my goals was to pay down my consumer debt. I didn't have a lot. I think that's like relative, right? Because I got rid of some things really easy. Credit cards, not like major credit cards, but what do you call them? Like a gas card. What was the other one? Dental credits, I think. Like, it was fairly easy to pay those down because the balances were fairly low. But my student loan debt is the only debt I wanted to have by the time the year ended. Not the only, because I have my car, but there's a plan for that. So having my financial advisor has been very helpful to be able to plan for my personal finances and figuring out, listen, it's important for me to pay back my student loan debt. And I have a lot of student loan debt. I went to a private university. I took out a whole bunch of loans. Like, I have a lot of student loan debt. I'm also a high earner, so it's doable, right? With a plan, it's doable to pay all of it back. I want to pay all of it back. And so working with my financial advisor to make a plan, it like takes some stress off. Like, oh, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. You know what my monthly payment is supposed to be? And it's like, I don't have to do all of that. I just need to know what the plan is. Here's what the numbers are. Like, actually looking at the numbers and realizing, oh, this is what it will be. And here is the timeline. It's just been wonderful. Oh, it's been wonderful. It's, you know, not having money as a thing to worry about is so like relieving. It's just opens you up to enjoy life even more. So I really enjoy that. Back when I first learned about the Henderson Financial Group in 2015, maybe, when I was living in Miami, one of the most important things I got from it, I think, was the importance of life insurance. And so I already had a life insurance plan back then, like from back then, because if you have kids, you need to have life insurance. You need to have life insurance because you never know what life is going to throw at you, what's going to happen. And so it's important that your kids are covered. So, you know, they told me that you have to tell me twice. I got the life insurance, but I also bought another life insurance policy. And it's it's complicated. I think it's complicated. For money people, maybe it's not complicated. For somebody who doesn't come from a money background, it's sort of complicated for me. But I felt in such good hands with the explanations that I was giving. So like, I really want the Henderson Financial Group to go viral, because I feel like there are so many charlatans out here on the internet giving information, putting things in quick bites for people, when legacy building, wealth planning is a long-term goal. Like you don't become rich. You don't become rich overnight. Like, that's really not how it works. And building wealth has a lot to do with making certain decisions at certain times and growing it, letting your money grow over time. And so that's the mentality that I've been in this year. And it's just been wonderful. It's been wonderful. Speaking of the Henderson Financial Group, they are very active on Facebook. Recently, I realized they are doing 5 shows every week. Different people coming on to talk about topics, but all very, very good information and for free. And so I just feel like this is the kind of information that our community needs the most. And, you know, I'm on this financial literacy kick all over, and I'm really, really encouraging people, especially if you look like me, to get your money right. And so I've been watching all of their videos this year, but I've also been watching JT, Pocket Watching with JT a lot. I think his YouTube channel is very new. So this year I discovered him, and I felt like how wonderful to have a man holding people accountable for the scammy behavior that they've been doing. If you didn't know that the people you've been following are doing questionable behaviors, then he's gonna help you point those things out. So just to be a critical consumer of the information you receive. And I think that's really important, because too many people are doing the scamming, trying to get one up, you know, manipulating our community, and they need to be called out. And then when you're ready to build wealth, when you are ready to make actionable steps to better your life and those around you, the Henderson Financial Group is the way to go. Like, I recommend them like 100 out of 10. These are really, really, really good, upstanding people. You know, Hyacinth is my financial advisor, and she's always available for me. I don't mean like always 24/7, but I mean, whenever I have a question that needs answering, whenever I get on these calls, she's just so helpful and so wonderful. It's just, God has really blessed me with wonderful people in my life at the right time, and I really, really feel blessed with the kind of direction. You know, there's other people that work at the firm, but this is my financial advisor. I think her father, all the other people, they're doing wonderful, wonderful work, and it's not to use and abuse our community. It's really to educate so that you can go and fish for yourself. You know, you can go and teach somebody else how to do this kind of stuff. And so that's what I'm doing here. I'm giving it back. I was just watching a bunch of their videos, and I was just so inspired, because I already had this plan to do this video talking about like where I am. It's just exciting. So I'm really, really excited. The money stuff is very exciting, because, you know, Black people having some buying power is really going to make a difference in our lives down the road, really. So in addition to these videos that I've been watching, I also read The Science of Getting Rich this year. I think it's a book that needs to be revisited. So I've listened to it like 1.5 times, I think, on audio. I'm going to listen to it again. I just checked it out again for my library. And because I know it's a book I'm referencing a lot, I want to have a physical copy. So I recently bought a physical copy. I rarely buy physical copies of a book anymore. Like, you really have to be doing something wonderful for me to buy the book. And so The Science of Getting Rich is clear method, you know, using universal law on how to build wealth, how to get rich, how to increase abundance in your life. Highly recommend. I think it's, you know, one of the top 10 financial books that everyone who wants to build wealth needs to read. And then it's important, I think, to revisit it, because we're human and we live in this world of chaos. And so it might be difficult to remember, like, this is the journey. Like, at this transition of 2021 is ending, 2022 is coming, and I have even grander goals in the next year. But let me go over some of my other achievements this year. I did 2 websites this year, okay? Cannonair Psychological Center is up and running and working. And I did that. It's just wonderful. I think if you're interested in seeing me for spiritual life coaching, definitely check out Cannonair Psychological Center and request a session for me. And one of my goals for the end of the year was to get my Spirit Soul Sense website up. And it really is up. It does not look perfect. And I'm a bit of a perfectionist. I like things to look a certain way. It doesn't look exactly like what I want it to look like, but it's functional. And so you can check out SpiritSoulSense.com. I have my poetry book on there. I have some artwork on there. What else do I have on there? I'm starting to think about the other website. I'm working on the merch. I need to design logos and stuff like that, sayings, things that I say, like peace and housing, to put on some merch. But that's coming. But the website is up, and I'm really, really happy about that. So the fact that I opened 2 businesses this year makes me really proud. I never thought of myself as a business owner, never thought of myself as an entrepreneur. And so 2022, I'm coming with the heat. I just have so many ideas, like courses and workshops. Seeing people face to face. Is the pandemic over? Seeing people face to face, being able to work with kids. This is my passion. I just have so many projects in mind, and I'm just really, really excited about 2022. 2021 really was a very, very good financial year for me. I know that's not the case for a lot of people, so it's very important for me to be grateful for everything that I have and to give back in a way, that feels right for me. And the last thing I wanted to touch on was luxury, because I did another video talking about luxury, and luxury seems to mean different things to different people. When I think of luxury for myself, I don't think of purchasing things. I was watching for Harriet's channel, and she's having a discussion about luxury, and Black women are having this new discussion about luxury online, and people are arguing about what luxury is, what it means, how to perform it, how not to perform it, how not to be harmful to people, how not to be, just a capitalist, a consumerist. And I think those are all wonderful things. For me, luxury is not about buying things. Honestly, it's really not about buying things. It's about being able to use my time for whatever I decide to use my time. It's working 4 days a week and making a substantial income. It's working, doing something I love, being able to balance that with leisure, being able to plan for the future, like luxury, living like a luxury lifestyle. I just like being able to do whatever I want. I like that freedom. And I think living in luxury, for me means space, means peace. And so, I'm not trying to argue with anybody online about what luxury means to them, but I think the idea of doing whatever you want, making a schedule that you want, working with the people that you want, making the income that you want, being able to travel when you want, spend time with people you want. That's the luxury of life. And life is so beautiful. Life is but a dream. Life is what you make it. And I am working really hard to create the life of my dreams. It's really nice here. It's just really nice here. So those are my money goals, money achievements for the year. What have you done this year? Are you happy with where you're at? Are you excited for 2022? Let me know what you think in the comments. Remember to like, subscribe, share this video with someone you think it may help, and thank you for watching.